Welcome in, everybody. How is it going? It is episode 236. We're going to talk about Bronco Super Celebration Tennessee recap. So we got some people coming in that were was there at the event, and we'll get their take on how things went, what they enjoyed doing, and that kind of stuff. We'll give you my highlights and we'll see who all comes on. We got special guests, so we got a couple people we know are going to be here, and maybe somebody will pop in later that you guys haven't really seen. Oh, she's been on one live stream.
Has she?
She's been on one. Remember my birthday? You guys surprised me. You surprised me a couple years ago.
Yeah, for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, for a little bit. Anyway, all right, but we're gonna get started. And of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to make sure you're subscribed and everything. Do all the fun stuff. Hit the like button, all that, yeah, hit that notification bell. We do have membership available on the YouTube channel. I just one caveat there is there's 3 different levels now. Go with that $199 one, and that gets you everything that you would want maybe access to on YouTube. Our member live streams will be on there, and some of those things like that in the chats on Tuesday night. The other tier levels, if you're wanting to do those are more to support us than anything. But you can change the level. So if you're on one of those upper ones, you can change it right there by clicking that upgrade there. So, but come on over to our Patreon account, patreon.com/Ford Video Guy. And that's where we do a lot more stuff there. Couple levels over there. A $3 one will get you get the access to the lot walks and to the recorded live streams that are going to be, the links will be in there. So you'll have guys will have access to those later, which does kick you to YouTube, but they'll be on there unless you won't be able to find them on YouTube after that day. But yeah, also, if you want to see a daily video from me, then there's a coffee time / drive time with Tim. As I drive in, we have some fun, talk about different things going on. So more personal videos, and some other fun stuff that that happens go on there. So anyway, so we got some storms. A lot of people probably did too. They had some storms roll through. We had hail come through Sunday night. And if you watch the Maverick Monday, you got a little bit of grasp of exactly what we're dealing with on the Mavericks. But yeah, we had some hail damage to our entire lot. Got hit. A lot of people in Salina got hit with hail. Luckily, no tornadoes came through. I know some areas. Pray for those people. There's some areas that got hit, some mobile homes that I heard, and some people died. So just pray for those people. And so they're fortunately, it was hail. That's repairable, right? And it's easier to repair that than like replacing homes and everything else from tornadoes and lives. So anyway, but pray for those people that are going through storms, and they're still going on. So there's still some coming on now. But you have issues.
Yes, my computer restarted.
Oh, it's doing a whole like update and everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we had hail come through, and so yeah, we're gonna have to get a lot of those vehicles fixed. Ford's coming out tomorrow. We'll be here at 9 a.m. to start doing the adjustments on our entire inventory, and then we're gonna start tomorrow. We'll start repairing vehicles in our body shop. So we'll get them fixed as soon as possible. Sold vehicles, if you do want one of them, we can go through, and we plan to repair those and get them fixed. You'll get a discount. I'm not sure how much, but there'll be discount a little bit for it as well, and we'll repair it both. So plus I need to get our vehicle fixed, the Bronco Expedition, one of the mach-es.
We've decided we don't have enough damage for us to claim it. We're just going to leave it as is. And
I mean, you can get those fixed really cheap, less than your
we don't see a reason
deductible.
Yeah,
it depends on it. I mean, how much it is.
I mean, at this point, we don't see a point. There's maybe like 5 dents in my hood, and then I have a glass top, so you can't see it anywhere. So there's really no point in doing mine.
Well, that's what I noticed on your mom's. I looked at the roof, and I mean, the glass roof takes most of it. So there's dings on the back part of it, and up there. But if they do the hood and that, they're gonna do the roof too. The problem is some of these roofs, if they have too many, they'll replace the whole roof. And some people don't want that because, then you feel like you're losing the structure and the integrity of the vehicle, because they basically are chopping the roof off, putting a new roof on, and then welding it right back together. Some people don't like that. But anyway, but more than likely that's how it was put on at the factory. But people don't probably realize that. Anyway, so yeah, that's just depends. And the hard part right now is the fact that F-150, the reason they're not scheduling or you're not seeing as many being built is because of the aluminum fire. Well, guess what else that impacts? Not just new vehicles getting produced, it's also impacting parts availability, body parts and panel availability, right? Because they're gonna probably focus in on the new vehicles, but then those plants also have to try to make some for parts and getting the availability for all these, windshields and hoods and roofs.
Well, even just our customers, they need it too, most likely.
Yes. Yeah.
Our city actually put out a PSA to everyone stating if you're what to do if your vehicle has been totaled out due to hail, because in the state of Kansas, if you're totaled out due to hail, does not need to be on a salvage title, and there's a way to do things, and so they put it step by step in the post what to do.
So what if you decide to trade your vehicle in out of state though? Kansas may not say it's a salvage title, but other states?
That's a question for other states, but I found out that a lot of the cars here are being salvaged or being totaled out because of the windshield. Now, the windshield, most of them are only about $1,000 to fix. That wouldn't total your normal car, but they don't want the liability of potentially a glass shard being stuck somewhere or left somewhere and then having it, or even the front glass, and then having it shoot through the air system or something like that. Or it did rain after the hail, broke the windshield or back glass, and there is water damage.
So for the most part, I don't know if you noticed on our lot, but back glasses got shattered.
Yes.
But you noticed the front glasses didn't, because those have a laminated. All windshields have two pieces of glass with plastic in between for that reason. So that way if something hits it, it doesn't just break and explode into the passengers.
Right.
So it's adhering and it's staying in place. So those aren't the issue. It's the back ones, those vehicles. Right. Those are the ones that are probably being totaled than the ones that have just the windshield cracked.
Yeah.
Because we had one Maverick out there that had 6, you could see that hit it and just spidered from there.
Yeah.
And that was crazy, but it's stuck together.
Yes.
So, anyway.
So it's
crazy. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. And then those people are going to probably, if they're totaled, they want to trade it in on the vehicle.
Potentially, or they can have it repaired and keep it. It won't be on a salvage title.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, insurance doesn't want the liability if something happened after the fix.
Well, luckily ours are new enough that they're not. But this will be the second time that the Bronco and the Expedition has been repaired, and the mach-e.
Even something that's worth $20,000, that's the cost of the repair wouldn't total it.
No,
they do it with the glass. That's why a lot of them are getting totaled out, is because of the glass and that liability.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. But yeah, so that's going on. So yeah, a little bit of that. Fun. But we do have a lot of inventory coming in. So we in fact just got a truckload today because Kansas City did not get hail. So anything that was in Kansas City are fine, and they're coming in without any hail damage. So that is awesome. So we have a lot of vehicles that are due to show up this month. So we should be all right. But typically we like to have inventory here, and because we always say we like to have about 2 months supply at all times on our lot for what we sell, 2 to 3 months. And so that's typically what we like. But when vehicles are coming in, sometimes we only have the same 1 month because they might be come in and just sell, right? Because that's what we have.
So McArthur said that's the second time some of Tim's vehicles damaged by hail, I think. So last year we actually had a run of storms. So a lot of people actually waited till we had a lot of the storm season out of the way before they got repairs done.
Those one hail, we had 2 of them, but they were close enough in time that a lot of people hadn't had theirs fixed yet.
Yeah, that too.
We had some on the vehicles on the lot. They could fix them so quick that they had to fix them again. But
yeah, because we've had the tent out here.
Yeah.
Multiple times, like three times in the past 2 years.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's that. But luckily we have a couple of your vehicles too that were inside. We had a couple vehicles that were getting performance builds put on that they were inside. Like we had three Roush's that just showed up, and 2 of them were inside, getting superchargers put on. So they were still in the shop. So luckily, only one of them got hail damage. And then we had some other, like the video I'm going to be doing tomorrow. We had one, it's in the showroom because there's going to be 2 vehicles showcased in this video tomorrow. One sitting on our showroom, and the other version with the other wheel was actually in our shop getting the wheel put on. So I'm like, oh, that's great. Now that's awesome because I plan on doing this video tomorrow. So anyway, so those vehicles won't be damaged by hail. But a lot of our Broncos are. And I did find a nice benefit to having a cloth top because my roof isn't damaged. I'll just say it that. They just bounce right off of it. So, but I also have a cloth top replacement anyway. So I'm good. Good. But no, anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's kind of what we're dealing with around here. But other than that, so all right. Well, while you're getting loaded up there, I think we'll flip some things around, and I'll do a little bit of some dealer news stuff. While you're doing that, because now looks like you're good to go there. Anyway, all right. So let me do some dealer news, and then I do a few recalls. We'll do a little bit of that. So I'll do some dealer news stuff, and then we can do some member shout outs after that, right? All right. So I got a couple things because our wholesale call was today, and wholesale is basically meaning what's going to be scheduled for production this next month, and always happens at the end of the month. So it happened today. So I do have some news, and I'll actually cover this in next week's scheduling video as well. But so to kind of go over, what is scheduling, because there are some significant balance outs that I didn't even know about happening. So anyway, yeah. So it says Bronco, for Bronco, it says July, and it says job 2 balance out. No, it's a job 2 startup. So yeah, I don't know who's doing these pages. Anyway, it is job 2 startup for Bronco and Ranger, and they had balance out in here. Explorer is July balance out, it says, and Transit as well, and Super Duty. So they're all balancing out. So anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this says job 2 balance out. This is funny because I don't think that we're balancing out because they just started. They haven't even started job 2, or did they already start scheduling? Unless they're flipping Bronco early, I might have to do some looking here in just a little bit. We had to do this last week. I'm like, wait a minute. On Friday, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe I need to look at some things because maybe they're going to switch over Bronco earlier than I thought. Bronco and Ranger. But we'll take a look at that in a little bit. All right. So, but that's what kind of notes that I have here. Also, Mustang, they will start production for Mustang Dark Horse SC next month, or this next month. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Some other notes. It does say for Maverick, it says for July production, it'll be 86% hybrid. That is the highest number I've ever seen on that. 86% hybrid. See what else. Expedition will be platinum 600A standard wheel will be retail only, which I think that was last month. Super Duty 4% F450 percentage. It does say on F150 that the max trailer tow, that adding that max trailer tow axle is 0 to 1%. And then 0 to 1% with a 5.0 liter with a 9.75 inch axle. So there you go. This one was strange there. Bronco Sport 45% Big Ben, it says. Anyway, let's see what else here. 7% Heritage Edition. So not very many Heritage Editions. Bronco Sport. 25% Big Ben will be generated with Black Diamond wheel and tire. So of the 45%, what's 25? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, and then 38% will be Outer Banks, Black Badlands, free demand. It says Badlands is free demand. They're not getting a lot of orders for those. Let's see what else. I think that's about it on that. It does say that silver on Transit is balanced out. in case you guys are not needing that silver Transit. On the specialty stuff, Dark Horse, and again, it's different allocation than Dark Horse SC. They're going to make 215 Dark Horse and 420 Dark Horse SCs. And of that, the base Dark Horse SCs, the ones that are $109,000, they're going to make 353 of those. They're only going to make 34 Dark Horse SC with the track pack and only 33 with the special edition. Now, that's not 33%. That is 33, just 33 for the month. So you can see how small those numbers are. So those that's going to be the hard part, is the people that, like, once a dealer gets an allocation, which we don't know if we're going to get one this first month or not. If that order wants like a track pack and they're only building 34 and all 34 have been selected and your dealer didn't get that order selected, then your allocation may get moved. That's the hard part, is when people that want the track pack and the special edition, when there's only 34 and 33, that's where it gets a little tricky in trying to get that one order in there for that one customer for that. So there's some dealers, I think is what's going to happen, is there's going to be dealers that are going to put several orders in for Dark Horse SC, only get one allocation, maybe two, and it'll take whichever one it can configure. So basically, if you're wanting a Dark Horse SC and you don't care about the others, go with the base, go with the Dark Horse SC, because they're more likely it's going to get scheduled using that dealer allocation that if that dealer puts in multiple orders. So that's a way around that. Ranger Raptor is saying 30 to 40 optional beadlock wheel availability will be 30 to 40% of the Raptors. So, and then see Bronco Raptor, optional beadlock wheel availability is 45 to 50% of Raptor. So they're scheduling, and then Raptor R will schedule 800 units this month, and regular Raptor will be 525. I'm talking F-150 on those numbers. They're going to build 1,400 Bronco Raptors, 1,500 Ranger Raptors. So sometimes I don't always put the numbers in there, but it's kind of cool when they do. What are some other things to note? Super D will be balancing out next month. So that won't really start until until like the 14th of May, but that'll balance out next month for July. So they're going to produce 26 Super Duties into July, I believe. What was the dates on that? Actually, they're going to produce the 2026 Super Duty up through the week of August 3rd. So they're still going to produce, all of July and even a little into August. So plenty of opportunity there for getting those built. And they do have percentages on things. The trimmer package is 5% capacity there. The flow-through console with the XLT is only 2%. So, we talk about, go with the bench seat. That is why. 360 camera is 48%. That's a lot. Max recline seat is only 5%. Platinum, it says Platinum Edition package. They mean the Platinum Plus package. 3%, very low number for Super Duty. The 20-inch wheel that's included in the black appearance package, 7%. The standard XLT wheel is only 9%. Tonneau covers is 1%. Take those off. F450 is 4%. So that's kind of the commodity on that. F-150, July production is going to be pretty healthy. It says up 5% from last month. They're going to plan to produce 24,842 units. So that's pretty good. Super Duty STX appearance package, they say that's a special one. Go ahead, order those because they don't have a lot of orders for it, but they have plenty of availability. So they're trying to push that to dealers. 27 model year Super Duty. Order bank will open up May 8th. So May 8th says in there. It says 27 model year was announced on March 10th. Okay. Does say in here, though, order guide and price list will be available May 8th. Webdo will open at 4 p.m. on May 8th, but Ford.com will not have the build and price until August. So 26 model year homepage with 27 preview, May 8th at 9 a.m. but the build and price will not be available until August. So a lot of people think you can't order until they see that build and price on Ford.com.
That's not true.
It's not. There's still people out there that don't think you can order a 27 Expedition.
Even though you can see 2025 information, it's not available for ordering.
No. Yeah. Well, what they'll do on that though is they'll say inventory, because their dealers will still have 25 inventory.
But you can still build one out.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: 27 Expedition. They said that a lot of people don't think that it's available, but it is. In fact, we had 3 of our orders got scheduled last week, including 2 30th anniversaries that got scheduled last week. Yeah, they were asking me if we were ready to trade, and I said no. They said, "Well, didn't you celebrate your 30th anniversary last year?" I said, "Yeah." Do they have a 31st anniversary Expedition? Anyway, so we joked about that. All right. F-150 July wholesale ordering news. The Chrome applique for King Ranch and the Platinum for your F-150s is now back available. It says that it's standard on King Ranch and Platinum with the satin package. So you can amend your orders and go back to that if you want. For a while, they had taken those away and you couldn't get it on there. Also, they have a little bit of availability for the secure code keyless entry keypad, the one on the pillar. That was kind of constrained, but now they're saying plus 1K per week increment on those of entry will be available for the next wholesale. So that's good news. Mustang RTR has been moved to mid-July for production. Dark Horse SC will be July. It says build and price will be available in 2 days, April 30th. So Dark Horse SC build and price will be on Ford.com April 30th. Does say order bank opened the 20th, but we couldn't order them. So it was in there. Basically, it's under Dark Horse. You just had to pick the right body code for Dark Horse SC. The order guides were out and everything, but we couldn't actually submit one. But now we can. So it says launches mid-July. So mid-July is when they'll start producing those. And this did say 1,496 dealers enrolled. So every dealer will get at least one. And some dealers will get more than one. Depends on how much they're going to build. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be, if they're only going to build 400 a month, it's going to take them 3 months to get through all the dealers. Probably 4 months. So
interesting.
It might be difficult. So it does say okay to buy is July 30th for Dark Horse SC and Mustang RTR. Okay to buy means okay to ship, basically. And yeah, I won't go over this stuff. Key components on Dark Horse. Oh, Bronco updates. Orange Fury discontinued. It is not going to be available the rest of the year.
Forget it.
Is gone. It even tells dealers to switch from that. In fact, there's a deadline. May 1st is the deadline to switch any scheduled and unscheduled orders from Orange Fury to another color. And if they don't, then Ford will switch it to Avalanche Gray on those scheduled orders. And they won't schedule the unschedules. But on other news on colors, the Oxford White Heritage Edition is returning. It will be available. It says to return in mid-June with no decals available. So customers and dealers can still choose the white on white look if they want with no decals. So there you go. Wild Track package. Get it today, it says. A reminder, customers that want to Badlands with the core content of the Wild Track can order the package today. They just can't get it scheduled.
Right?
You got to love it. Anyway, that's what I have for that. All right.
So Allie said, I think top 10 dealers will get 2, but that's pushing it.
That's probably not us. We do pretty well on Mustang, but not that well.
What was that limited to 1 per dealer? What vehicle was that?
A Dark Horse SC. So what? Just under 1,500 dealers enrolled.
Yes.
In it and said, yes, I want one. So it's supposed to be, if they did say today, they said on a call that every dealer will get one at least. We just don't know when. Like every dealer's gonna get one. You saw there, what did we say? They're only gonna make the first month. They're only gonna make 420 the first month. So that means 1,000 dealers won't get theirs the first month, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to take another 2 months to 3 months to get the last dealers to get theirs. So that's the thing is a lot of people are excited about this. I got my order in, great. But are you going to, I mean, when will you get scheduled? Because I already can see this. It's going to come in our scheduling videos. People are going to be asking about it. And it's going to come down to the fact that you need to wait for that dealer to get that allocation. And are you the only one that has an order at the dealer? Because there are some dealers, like we actually put it out to our sales guys, we're getting one allocation.
Yeah.
And we were told one, and I think some dealers probably are getting a second. We were told we're only getting one. And so we put it out there. We're getting one allocation, first come, first serve. And so it's already done. So one of our sales guys took a deposit on that one, and that's the only one. So we're not going to take orders on any more than that one. Some dealers may not do that. Some dealers might not think about that. And so they may have their sales guys in their desk putting in multiple orders. In reality, they're not going to get it. So you need to have that conversation with your dealer. Find out how many allocations they're going to get for Dark Horse. The number should be between 1 and 2. Maybe somebody gets 3, but it'd be hard for me to believe. But more than likely, they're just going to get 1, 2, maybe a possible get multiple. If they're really that high of a dealer, they could get more than 1 probably. I'm sure there's some special people that are going to get 1, and then they're just going to give that dealer that extra allocation for those special people like celebrities and influencers and stuff like that, right? That's going to happen probably. And that's how that dealer would get a multiple allocation other than being a top dealer of getting a second one. More than likely, they're going to get every dealer 1. And then outside of that, I don't know how many more months they're going to have production, but if they're doing 400 a month, right, then, I mean, they can 4 months at 1,600. So that's not many more than 15. So we'll see. Time will tell, right? But anyway, there's that. All right. Speaking of that, you want to do shout out to members? You ready for that?
Yes. Just making sure someone reached out. Making sure that they have the link so they can hop in. Yes, I have members ready. All right, we are going to start off with Mahathi. Thank you for your donation. Hello, all. Always good to hear recap on Tennessee event.
We have stickers from him that he gave us.
Oh,
yeah. So I got to show those off because he's one of our.
There you go.
Our longtime members, and he's came 3 times. He's come and met us up there. I remember because every year it's a different vehicle he's driving. Because 2 years ago, right, Mike, you had a Maverick, and then last year it was a Mustang. This year I think he still has a Mustang though, and that's a magnet, which is pretty cool. Great Smoky Mountain. So thanks for the stickers, and that one will go back on the Bronco right there. We'll get those stickers put out, but I wanted to show those off. We have all kinds of batches from people.
All right.
Yeah.
We have Ford enthusiasts. Good evening, everyone. Bronco Rob, howdy, folks. Blue Feather, hello, folks, to episode 236. It's a gorgeous spring day in Orange County, California. The videos on Monday led me to believe that the hail damage was significant. Hope everyone is staying safe. Rushman, good evening, all. Jenna says, good evening. We have Alan. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Been a great day here. Walked 3 miles. Woohoo! We have Doug from Virginia. The rowdy state is here. When is the music going to start? We need to party. We have Mike 52G. Hello from Northeast Pennsylvania. It's cool here. Gonna stay that way for at least a couple, 2 or 3 days. We have Ragnar Khan, who figured out that his card is not renewing, but we consider him a member.
Oh.
He's trying to figure it out.
Oh, it's like
he got on. He's like, why my name not green? Why is it not green? So he's figuring it out. Mindy says hi. We have our Quib. Beautiful day. Neighbor took me out to the casino buffet. Man, am I stuffed. We have Ridgeview. I am looking forward to seeing the new alien look this summer at the meet. So they're talking meet up in there.
The Maverick meetup.
The Maverick meetup. Chuck and Alan. Let's see. Oh, that was a question. Okay, and then I do have a couple of questions, but let's see if anyone joined us while I was doing that. I think that's everyone.
So I'm looking at my secret source for some of this stuff. And yeah, I don't know what Ford was thinking. I think that it's a typo. So I don't know. Somebody needs to look at these interns that are doing these sheets for them. But balance out is not happening yet on Ranger and Bronco. That's startup, job 2 startup. But Explorer, on the other hand, Order Bank will open up the same day as Super Duty. So it'll open up May 8th as well.
Yep.
That's happening. So anyway, let's see here. So what else? Mustang. Yeah, it didn't say much there. But yeah. So transit. When's transit? Transit order bank opens up May 11th. We usually don't do those. A lot of your transit people are going to be fleet people and stuff like that. So I usually don't do videos on transits, but that's opening May 11th if you're wanting the transit. So there you go. All right. We got a couple quick recalls. Oh, we got a couple people waiting there. Got 2 rows. I might need to make this bigger so I can move them there. I can see them. All right. So let's do quick. Only got a couple, and the only reason I'm going to talk about them is because they have to do with, most of them have to do with Bronco. Glasses back on. I'm blind. Okay, so a couple of recalls I want to cover are advanced notices on some things. So this first one is safety recall 26S26. It's 21 to 25 model year Bronco vehicles. Transfer case to transfer fitment inspection. 4,911 vehicles affected by this. And in all the affected vehicles, it is possible that the transmission output shaft splines, or transfer case input shaft spleens. What is that? Here, see, I'm bad at English. I'm not good. I didn't pass English.
Shaft splines
have become worn or damaged due to a misalignment of the transfer case and transmission assemblies when previously repaired. This one, okay. Anyway, so that one does not have a fix yet, so that's an advance notice. This one here, actually, the parts are available now. Back on October 29th, 2025, this recall came out as an advance notice, and this is safety recall 25 SB5 for 21 to 23 model year Bronco vehicles. I think mine's affected by this one. The front seat height adjustable pivot bolts and links inspection. 162,202 vehicles are affected by this one, and it does say that letters are going to go out. Actually, they should have went out last week, so I don't think I got one. I don't know though, because I don't always check my mail. I'm just giving the bills and move on. Anyway, all right. And this next one is an advanced recall. This one's on the Ranger, though. This one here is for an advanced safety recall 26S29 for 24 to 26 model year Ranger vehicles. The A-pillar wiring inspection and BCM update. So 136,925 vehicles are affected by this one. So a pinched wire for the right or left sun visor can create a short to ground. When this occurs, the driver may experience flickering or inoperative sun visor mirror lights in overhead console lights. Oh, both. Heat or spark at this short to ground may also cause smoke, burning, melting, or a fire in the A-pillar area. Well, that's not good. Anyway, so let's see this in here again. This is an advance notice, so we don't have the fix yet on that one. So, yeah, I already did this one. All right. Lastly, is customer satisfaction program 26P04. This is for 25 model year Bronco and Rangers with the 2.7 liter, 67,329 vehicles. And this in here, in the affected vehicles, the check engine light may falsely illuminate with diagnostic trouble code, and it has a code number there. Crankshaft ventilation system disconnected when the positive crankcase valve hose is properly connected. So this in here is does not. It's an advance notice, so we don't have the fix yet on that. So unreserved letter will not be mailed this program. It says before delivering. This is a prior to sale. So this is vehicles that have come in, and it's prior to sale deal there. So that has to get done before they can be sold to the customers. So anyway, so dealers will take care of those because these are vehicles that have not been delivered yet to the dealership. So these are vehicles. Actually, these would be because they're 24 to 25 model years. So recommended repair prior to sale, which they should have been sold by now because these are 25 model years. So like we don't have any 25s. We do on Broncos, I guess. So I have to deal with that again.
Yeah.
Just so we're trying to sell a Broncos that now have the recall. Anyway. All right. We have some guests in here. We have one missing, but she might come on later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All right. So I think we should introduce them one at a time.
Yeah.
Give them all, an introduction, right? And bring them all on. How about that? I don't know. I just don't have this many guests. This is crazy. All right. Here, let's do this. They're all just like, let's get started, Tim. Come on. First off, one of our followers, members of the channel for a long time, we have Rob. Welcome, Rob. How's your audio?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
All right. Yep.
Figured it out.
We can hear you. So welcome in. So Rob is part of the Arkansas Bronco Club. And we saw you at Supercell, also one of our members. And if you're a member, you've seen him because you've come on some of our member lives as well.
I have.
So, yeah. All right. So there's Rob. We got Jenna. Jenna from Philadelphia, as you might see on Instagram. I'm kind of doing one at a time to do an audio check too. See.
Yep.
So this
You're
works.
good on my end. So.
Yep, we're good. Seen Jenna at several events. She's also been on one of your episodes. So we've known Jenna for a while. Saw you at the Ford Racing launch event.
Yeah, that was
fun.
awesome.
So, all right. And we got Laura.
Hi.
Hello. And her son. There you go. The star of the show right there. How's it going? Hear you okay?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Laura's at a dealer and she finds her way. I don't know how to get to these Bronco events, which is pretty awesome. So,
Trust me, it's why I'm here in the studio and not at home. That happened to me when I was on Dave and Kelly's show.
So welcome in, Laura. We also have Allie here, another dealer in big. Allie has your volume there.
We're good.
All right, we're good. Just making sure. Now, Allie, not only is she from at a dealer and on a lot of these Bronco events, but she had a big part in the production of this event. And I'm sure you helped out quite a bit because I know Tom's got a lot of people helping you out, including you.
I know, more than ever before, but we'll take it.
Yeah. We do have one more person. Is she ready?
Special guest.
Are you ready?
Where's she at?
Right there. There we go.
There she is.
Mrs. Ford Video Guy. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. Everybody's volume's good.
Barb.
All right. We got her in there. So, of course, she likes to accompany me to a lot of Bronco events, right? I drag her to them, but I think she enjoys them too. So
I don't know if you drag her now. Maybe to the first one. I think she's dragging you.
it's like, which event were we going to this time?
Yeah, very much.
All right. I guess I just want to open it up because all of you got a chance to this week, 2 weeks ago now, believe it or not. We were in Tennessee in beautiful Smoky Mountains. And all of you from different parts of the country. We have Philadelphia, Michigan, and she's gone, and Kansas, right? All over Arkansas. And you guys traveled a long ways to get to Tennessee. Why do you go to Tennessee?
Because it's the best Bronco meetup, obviously.
Tom doesn't tell numbers, but probably over 1,000 Broncos there, right?
I'm thinking
1,500,
1,500.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Higher?
2,000.
1,500, you think?
Did we hit
Allie's saying
2,000?
higher. Is it 25?
She won't tell us.
I won't say
You-
the
are you-
exact number, but it was more than 15.
Are you embargoed? Did you
I
sign
am
an
not.
NDA?
I am not embargoed, but I'm also not going to spill that for Tom.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Let Tom say it when he wants to.
Right.
I don't honestly like. I don't think he ever will. He really just because like you got to think about it too. He'll never have the exact number, just because there's people who are parking in the daytime lot that they don't get the brochure, they don't get any of that. They could just happen to be by, like driving by and realize there's a shit ton of Broncos and just stop. So he basically goes off of the magazine pamphlets and estimates it like by there for the most part. But there's still hundreds that stop by that have no idea this event even is going on at the time, and it helps that off rodeo is close to there now, because there were several people that had stopped for the day that had no idea that even like off rodeo said, hey, like if you go down the road, like you're gonna meet a bunch of your people, like go see them. So
Yeah. True, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that going on. But yeah, because sometimes you'll be alone, like, why are you over in Tennessee? Why are you over? Just go over to Townsend, because people don't realize it's there. But like we'll pass people, I'm like, you're going the wrong way.
there were several people that had stopped.
So we got a delay on somebody's mic, but all right. So
Like
Jenna, you came from Philadelphia. Tell us a little bit about your experience there. You got to your Bronco Sport was in there. I have a picture somewhere.
It made the cover picture, if I saw that correctly.
I gave Jeff a couple. I said, well, this is the only one I have that has multiple vehicles in it. Because all the others are just like one vehicle. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know. So
He chose it based on how many vehicles were in the background.
right.
It was a long line in the front. So,
Hold on. Go ahead. I'll try to find your photo.
Okay.
Here.
It's crazy, like where I feel like I find myself now 3.5 years later owning a Bronco Sport. And obviously everyone that was there was 5 or 6 that I saw. We hung out. We've kind of talked, got to know each other, gave some vehicle tours. But it doesn't feel like I'm any less of a part of the community, which is amazing. And got to camp with some people, Rusty's Bronco, Red Brutus, Billy Bronco, and overall just makes the traveling and all that so well worth it.
Right. Right now, I don't know how to get rid of this. Here we go. There we go. So yeah, that's I think a lot of it, and you guys will probably say it too. And I know that Laura likes to go, and I know that Barbara there likes to go. It's kind of like a reunion, of people that have been there for several years of seeing each other again. And that's what I said. I've told is that there's a lot of the people that go to this one that they don't go to the Colorado one. And it's an opportunity to get to see them and see those connections again and go out on a drive with them again or whatever, have a drink with them that night or whatever, at like All-Terrain Nations, dinner and everything else like that. So do you guys what would you guys say? That's that why what drives you to the Tennessee Supercell?
I think that's a big part of it. There's people I only see at this event. And obviously a lot of people know I've driven out to Texas. I've driven out Moab out west. And some people out there don't make it here. But people from Florida are coming. People from Michigan are coming. And it's just that kind of family reunion kind of thing. You find your almost second, third family. The one Bronco Club in Florida in the Southeast where like you're our adopted member for the week.
Yeah. Rob, what do you say? Rob, you get to go to the Colorado one.
Yes, I've been to Tennessee and Colorado, or this was my third Tennessee event, and I'll be going to Colorado for the third time this year. Tennessee, we get basically just chance to reunite with friends that I haven't seen in a year. So, like, I have a lot of friends from Indiana, Illinois that and a lot from the Northeast that aren't able to make it out to Colorado, or coming out to Arkansas is still too far for them as well. So that's why I like Tennessee, even though like it's not really about the drives or the rides as much as just being around fellow Bronco owners.
That's one thing I will say about the drives is, well, all the ones that we did this week, they're short drives. So it's like the one that Rob let me, it wasn't planned, but we did Roaring Fork. Allie told us it was opened up on that Friday, and we went out and, actually, if I hadn't taken the wrong turn and we went into Pigeon Forge, it would have been a lot shorter drive, but most of them are just a couple hours, and they're just a nice scenic drive, and then you're back at the show again. And so you could do one in the morning, have lunch, talk to more people, and then go do another short one in the afternoon, which was kind of nice because Colorado's not like that.
No, and I think that's the biggest difference too between like tennis. I mean, I've been to all of them but Nevada, so I can't really say for Nevada. I think Tennessee and Wisconsin are more for the community aspect and like meeting the other Bronco owners and like hanging out and actually like getting that like one-on-one like quality time with your friends you haven't seen, because I think for the most part like you literally pick up where you left off. Like there's only people I see that one time a year, and it was actually really cool to kind of see the first supercell like through my dad's eyes, because like when I went in totally blinded. Like I had found it a few weeks prior, and it's super close to my birthday, so like I always use that as an excuse for like my birthday trip, and it was really cool seeing it from his eyes with like how big that it's gotten. And like he even said, he's like, I feel like you need more than a week to do stuff. And it's like, I totally agree. And I'm like, just wait till you see Colorado, because I might be flying to Colorado. He's thinking about potentially driving out there. And I'm like, it is a whole different ball game of like trail drives. I try to explain to him, I'm like, you're gone for like 2 to 3 hours on a trail drive in Tennessee. You are gone 5 to 6 hours, maybe 8 hours in Colorado.
Yeah. If you go, it depends on who you go with. I remember those years we went with Brian. It's like, he'll go, oh, we'll just take this route. And,
I think the wording was, hey guys, this is where you can head back, or Brian's offered to take us to go see the mines or to go see the grave over here. Who wants to join us?
That very much sounds like Brian and Melissa.
Yeah. And then they get us back at 6 p.m. and they get in trouble from the Bronco Nation people. Like, you need to be back by 4.
Oops.
But Colorado is much different because you
get community while you're driving, and once you get to your destination, but it's more about the driving and the technique of things than it is actually just chatting.
Yeah. It's and even in Colorado there are some easy trails versus hard trails. So so it's not like you're like you have to be hardcore, you can do some easier trails too. So there's a lot of options there, but still, but it's more, that one is, I feel like I really like that what Tom did is to do the Saturday no drive day in a sense, because especially in Colorado, that's the day, that's the show day, that's the day that you really get to see everybody. There's no drives and that kind of stuff, so that you can be at the show and
I really like it because it gives everyone a chance to see a lot of the cars. We're gonna tweak. I think we're gonna tweak the show and shine a little bit. just because some of the same people just kind of keep. There's a lot of negative feedback on the show and shine this year, so they're gonna tweak it, and we're gonna do some different stuff next year. But I like it because it gives everyone a chance to actually see the cars. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really cool to see them like driving through the mountains, especially if you do like Rich Mountain where you get to see like the switchbacks and you like look down and there's Broncos, or you look up and there's Broncos. Like, that's really cool. But to actually like see some of these classics, like Tim, you might feel this way just because, and Laura, because you guys work at dealers. But as awesome as it is to customize a 6th gen, there's a story behind it, but there's an even deeper story, I feel like, in the classics.
Yeah.
It could
For
be
sure.
passed down from 2, 3, 4, who knows how many generations of people, or like how you restored it, things like that. Like, I personally feel like a little bit more work goes into some of the classics. Not that a lot of work don't go into some of the modifies and lifts and some of the stuff that I saw, which got a little crazy, which I feel like kind of overwhelmed my dad because he hasn't really touched his Big Bend. Like, he's done some customization, but nothing crazy. And I feel like that just kind of overdid it for him because he's like, well, I could do that. Like, how much is all this going to cost? I'm like, endless. If you have an open pocketbook, like, you can do whatever the hell you want. So, it's
Well, and
really
that's the thing of the Tennessee event. I feel like that every year it's like, I mean, like one year I didn't even put the Bronco in because I'm like, mine's not anything special. But
Yeah.
the second year I put mine in and we won an award because not many Roush Broncos there. But then the next year, like, it was like if you didn't have graphics or a lift or something, you were going to win an award. It's like everybody's stepping up the game, and every year it's like, what else did they do to their Bronco? And it's just like, I'm like, man, these Broncos, like, here, I'll show you some of the photos here.
There's a lot of 10s. It seemed like.
There was a lot of 10s this year.
Click on this.
He's clicking in the wrong place.
Yeah, so here's I'll just click through these while you guys can keep talking. But you know, look at, I mean, all the different things that they've done to these. I mean, between just body panels and different, even, you know, RTR grills or graphics, you know, graphics package. They even did some stuff to the grill, different wheels.
Is that one of ours?
No, no, that graphic is available nationwide. We
I know.
buy it from somebody online.
Oh
That
my
one there is a
I didn't
complete
even
paint job.
I didn't even see that one.
That's a complete, like, that's a textured paint. So that's
cool.
That's like a spray and liner material.
Wait, I was
And
gonna
then
say,
you
is that almost like a Linex material?
Yeah. I'd compare it to what's on the spray and bed liner.
Oh my lord.
The Tonka Bronco.
Tonka.
And then you got Reptar. Yeah, some of these people that I know from Instagram, and such. Of course, I did several of this one here because can't tell it from too far. You get too far away, you can't tell what it is. But
Oh my god,
Star
I love
Wars,
Mark's Bronco.
yeah, it's Mark Bronco.
But I come from a Star Wars nerd family, so
Yeah.
Like, how did he do the dash? Like,
Yeah.
where
I
did they get
know.
the dash?
Yeah, all the stuff, and like I said, this stuff's not cheap. You get, you know, that I haven't seen
that's
that
the grill.
before.
I was wondering where that grill was from.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, and then you have some in here. Like, see, that's the way, in my opinion, they should have done a strop. Is that, or not necessarily chrome, but a polished wheel
Shiny.
instead of black.
Yeah.
But that's me. And then we actually rode with them. I don't know if they're in the Arkansas Bronco Club. Rob can say, but I know they rode.
It's
Were they North
Brandy
Carolina?
Moore, wife of Nate Moore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nate is the tattooed squirrel.
I remember.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
All
I
right.
just talked to him like an hour ago.
Small world.
Oh, that's cute.
That's Cal. So they got a little Cal there, and it's like, yeah. So it's kind of funny.
Like adding a little picnic scene.
She had the cutest gifts in the basket, even for the dog.
There was like straws and little like plush cows. Those dog toys.
And that's a Heritage Limited Edition.
I love that.
But yeah, I mean, there's an
By the
RTR
way,
girl,
I
another
haven't seen
RTR girl.
any of these pictures. This is the first time I'm seeing any of this.
Yeah, I didn't post these online, but and there's yet another. I think that's that other one. But is that Oreo?
Oreo.
Bronco?
That's what
Yes, I talked to him.
Did you see the
Oh,
rear
this
tire
is the
cover?
Hulk. That was pretty cool. And then another Heritage Limited Edition, and there is a peak blue one there too. So all the colors were represented.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So super fun because the guy who had the peak blue one actually went to Wayne's garage with me in Colorado last year.
Oh, cool.
So I
Wow.
had gone up to his Bronco, not
I see
realizing like who it was, and I'm like, "Do you know how rare your Bronco is?" And he looks and he goes, "Hey, Allie." I'm like, "Oh, hey guys." Like that was hilarious.
All the pictures I've seen of this one, the hood's been down. That is a wonderful like presentation to have that
Mhm.
hood up.
Well, yeah, and that hood, that's not the direction that hood
Yeah,
normally.
I know.
I feel like it's a semi or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the colors of the Heritage,
it.
and of course,
Fine stock.
Laura, was your Heritage? Did we go by it? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
the
right
yellow
there.
one?
It's stock.
Is yours blue or yellow?
Yeah, blue. That one. It's
Oh, I
boring.
thought yours was yellow.
Can I tell you what the yellow one reminds me of?
An egg.
Yes.
An egg.
A hard-boiled egg upside down.
An egg.
Flip it. You'll never see it the same
White
way
yolk.
ever again. You're welcome.
Or white. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But never mind. That's
Hey, there. I know
Yeah.
that Bronco.
Yep. So anyway, there's that. So how do I get rid of this? There you go. Anyway, so there's some of the Broncos that are part of that, like we were talking about, that were in the Battle of the Broncos. But anyway, so that's just the 6 gens. That's not the old ones. I mean, I could have been there all day.
Now I've talked to Lebo about getting a Bronco, and he's like, "No, we're not paying that much money for something that we're gonna just bang up. That's not what we're gonna do." I'm like, "Well, if you drive correctly, you won't bang it up
Exactly.
for the most part."
Well, Barbara, you
Yeah,
haven't said much. We got to get everybody included in here, and Laura and Barbara are getting quiet. What did you like about the trip there,
Me? Oh, you.
Barbara?
Oh, I was letting Laura go first. I made new friends. I saw old friends. The drives were beautiful. It's nice to just relax and get away, reset for the last couple months of school.
Right? I like the relaxing part because I came back to chaos. So
Me too.
right. Yeah, just and even like for us, we typically go the same way there and back in our drive there, and sometimes I enjoy that, but I didn't really enjoy the drive there going through Missouri on I-70. Not Missouri people, it's not that, but just the construction all over. But we took a different way back, talking to somebody at the event, and we had a nice scenic drive back, and it was kind of cool. And we went through, it was 4-lane, some areas is 2-lane, but we crossed the Ohio River, right, and the Mississippi
At the same time.
like back to back. It's like we went over one, and then we turned left, and then we went over the other one. 2-lane bridge with no shoulder on them, but it was really cool. So and I hadn't seen that before, but it was really cool. I didn't realize that Ohio went into Mississippi, but I guess if I looked at the map, I could tell that. But
honestly, I did so good on the drive home till Ohio.
Before we raided Buc-ee's, right? With all the Broncos.
I'm wearing
so
mine
fun.
right
So
now.
me and Dad had stopped at Buc-ee's in Richmond, and I'm walking out of the bathroom while Laura's walking into the bathroom. She is not paying attention, so I full force just like run into her on purpose just to see the reaction.
Oh my God. And then there's men's Bronco, and then there's women's in the front. But the Jeep was in front because they have to advertise. The Broncos still get,
Yeah.
everybody finds.
Yeah,
the
we got
Broncos.
stickers. We got Bronco merch at Buc-ee's. So
I noticed they had some shirts there. So Laura, what's your favorite part of Supercell?
Oh God. Everything. Yes, reunion, seeing. I don't think I've seen Allie since the Dunes, right? I think. I don't know. I think that, and I'm
is
always
it?
crying.
I think that is the last time I saw you.
Yeah. And then they wonder why I cried because I'm like, I'm not gonna see you till when's the next event? So and then we kind of use it as a vacation. I'm pinching it in a weekend, of course, but so it's a little getaway. And seeing my Ford friends and Bronco people, and we kind of did the Ober Mountain thing too, which was kind of cool. Tom always thinks of the kids, I feel like, and they have fun at these things. So we hit that place up for a little bit, and just, I don't know, out of all the chaos, it was still kind of relaxing too. I wished I could have went on some drives, but we kind of ran out of time. So
you got there what, Friday, or was it Friday or Saturday?
Friday morning. We left at 1 a.m. and got there at 10, I think, 9, 10. So yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, we did the drive straight through the first year. I won't ever do that again.
Well, I drove and then for 4 hours, and then Jared drove the next 5 hours. So we kind of both slept a little bit. So yeah.
Jealous.
Yeah, I don't do well on sleeping as a passenger. Barb will tell you that. So, anyway.
I'm hoping next
He
year will
doesn't
be the
trust
first year.
He doesn't.
I think it's like, I had a few people like question me on the way down. They're like, "Wait, you and your dad are both driving separate?" I'm like, "Well, I have the deck system in my Bronco that some people wanted to see." And like that was his first Bronco event. I'm like, yeah, like we're both driving down separate.
Yeah, it typically happens.
No, when we came back from Michigan last year, I drove. We were trying to make it through all in one go. And so I would drive and he would be like just barely asleep or not even sleeping. He just closed his eyes and I could tell he's not getting any rest.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I can only go for like 2 hours before I just start falling asleep.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, we take the campers at these, so with the gas mileage that we get the camper, it's usually 2 hours, and we're stopping for gas. So that's a good. Give me a couple hours of driving, and I get a little bit of break, get off my feet,
Yeah.
Refresh, go to the bathroom, and then I'm good for another couple hours. But anyway, Rob, did I ask you what your favorite thing was?
Yeah, we talked about just meeting up with folks that I hadn't seen in a year.
All right. Yeah. We we went that drive, and that was fun. It was the first time leading. Well, actually, we led a small group of a couple Broncos, but it's the first time leading a fairly good size of Broncos. So I was a little nervous.
We started with 7 and then finished probably with 8 or 9.
Yeah, because there was some Broncos.
Some random people joined us.
That's the best part.
But that was fun. We went, and that was fun. I don't know. I know Tom had made a big deal when he came on a live stream about, that's the one where there's a drop off and this and that. And I'm like, I didn't see any drop offs, but I'm used to driving a Colorado switchback. So, I mean, those are drop offs. So to me, I was just like, I don't see.
I know Rich Mountain has a few.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how many times things had to close because of bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because people were being stupid.
Yeah, Cade's Cove shut down because of bears.
Twice.
And
then actually Cade's Cove closed for 2 days, starting, it was either Monday or Tuesday after. Because more things were happening. It's like, stay in your cars, people. Like, don't feed the bears, don't touch the bears, don't go hug a bear.
They're not pets.
It seemed like there was more bear activity this year than last year.
Yeah, there was for sure.
Yeah.
Someone drove through in the early morning when it wasn't closed and said they saw like 20 bears. I think we've seen 2 or 3.
We went the night of Dave and Kelly's dinner, and we had seen 9 in the park. And then there was a big old bear that ran right across the road that I've never seen that big of a bear before in my life. So that was slightly terrifying, and I've never seen one go like full speed and like run. So I don't know what he was doing or what he was running from, but that was wild.
He wasn't running from anything. He was running towards something.
He very well could have been, and I don't want to know what that was. In the slightest. Hard pass, I'm good. Like,
as long as it's not at me.
We stopped at a safari on the way back home. Saw a bear there. That was nice, in its little cage. But we got to feed it and stuff, so it was fun. It was really cute. They had elephants there too, and a giraffe, and yeah, it was fun. We got to feed them from our car. So
we saw some wildlife on the way home, didn't we?
Yeah.
yeah, I think I saw
got
your
the
video.
I got the video.
Yeah.
And so we saw a little deer tried to wreck into the Bronco. So
Oh wow.
I think you have to know what you're looking for. You can't really see it.
well, I slow it down. Just wait.
Like,
Oh
there's
my
Bambi.
God.
Like,
There it is.
It's like
He almost didn't make it.
Look how close it was. I barely missed it with the camper on the
Yeah.
back.
Hard pass.
So, well, the funny thing is that's like less than an hour away from being home. Like all that drive there and back. I'm like, don't hit the deer.
So when we crossed the Michigan border, we were probably like 1.5 miles to 2 miles into Michigan. And if y'all go to Michigan, like our whole state's under construction.
yes.
Like literally the whole state. And there was a car actually coming the opposite way on the expressway, like towards me and my dad. And like all the exits are closed off for like 6 to 10 miles. So we're not really sure like where he turned around or how he got on the wrong side of the expressway. But needless to say, that woke us up for the rest of the 2-hour drive
Yeah.
out of Michigan.
McArthur had an answer. They closed Cades Cove because a bear set up his house in a tree too close to the road. They had to move. So they had to close the road so that they could do it safely.
Oh my lord.
Maybe it's the bear you saw.
It might have been.
I heard there was a guy that kind of parked where he shouldn't have and walked through a gate that said,
Probably.
like, hey, there's bears over here. Don't go in here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Sounds right.
So we had a fun patch giveaway. I think almost everybody here did that was part of the patch giveaway. We got a bunch of patches.
I see this one. This one looks cool.
Yeah,
I had more patches than stickers this year.
I know, I gotta put mine in yet. I didn't.
Not that I'm sad.
Is that a puzzle piece?
Yeah,
It
the
is.
one that Sarah has is my favorite.
Like, what is this?
It was
They have
awesome.
an old Bronco and a new
patches.
Bronco.
That one
yeah.
was literally my favorite.
Yes.
Gotta move my mic.
Because isn't that the one with the classic too, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Wow.
an old gen, a new gen. Some of these don't have their
I still
Instagram
wanna do
on
that.
there, so I can't like connect.
I
with
was
them.
going to ask whose Instagram that was.
Okay, this one is at 72 Bronco Sport.
Which is funny because he doesn't have a Bronco Sport.
No, he doesn't have a Bronco Sport.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, it was probably a 72 Bronco Sport.
Then, yeah, that too.
Oh yes, yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it is. It's the 72 Bronco Sport. And this is the current.
I do have some repeats of people that I've gotten in the past. I'm like, I already have their patch.
I'm loving the
it,
colors in this.
sometimes it was just easy to just here you go. I put them all in a packet, so just go ahead and take the patch. I know Rob did that to us. He's like, here, I got one new sticker in there.
No,
Just
my
take-"
arm was
The
hurting
packet
so
is
bad.
easier.
Lady. That's really pretty.
Yeah,
I'm going to be contacting some of these people.
Allie, did you have a new patch? No, or maybe just sticker. There's Rob's.
I
I
think
had a
Allie had a
sticker.
new patch.
I think you said you had my patch. I've had it for like 1.5 years.
There's
Yeah, I think I got that.
the
one.
chicken
ran
lady.
out.
That one looks cool. I actually contacted her and was like, hey, I got
Yeah.
your sticker from my mom.
Here's something else that kind of was started there that not you guys because he did a lot of new things. It's 20 years, right? And he did some
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they do it like an auction? Like we could auction?
So we tried the auction. I haven't circled back to Tom with how that actually went. Because I had posted it online a couple of times because like you could register and like you could bid before there, but there was a live auction there that had some like very first like Bronco Driver magazine merch and like some random Bronco swag and like old memorabilia, that kind of a thing, which was kind of cool. But I forgot to ask him the turnout of like what that was. And then I don't know if you've talked about this yet. Brian from Georgia Broncos. the I've been bucked coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've been bucked launched. So instead of ducks or rubber horses, whatever you want to call them, they're ducks. I've been buck started, which is the challenge coin.
Yep.
And Mountains
I
to
bought
Metals
mine.
had one.
Yep,
Tom's
I got-
Off Road had one. Tom.
Yeah. One
from
of them I went to
Bronco
go
Driver.
ask if I could get Tom's, and they says, "Well, we're just giving them to people." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." So
Like, here you go. Yeah, they're the ones that I like didn't go ask about, and then they do have a Bronco 60th birthday edition that you can purchase online. They're shipping those out.
I might have purchased that one.
I may have also gotten that one. So
On Bronco Driver, is it? Right?
no, I've been buck.com has them
Yeah,
for
once-
sale online.
Once if
I'll
you
have to
get
get
one
that
of
one.
these,
Yeah,
I
they're shipping that one.
didn't realize that the one that you gave me, Allie.
They're heavy.
Wait, what one did I give you?
You gave me this one.
The
And
Super
then-
Cell one.
I didn't look at it that closely, and I put it in the Bronco. And then when they were talking about the medals, and I didn't realize that's what they were doing, I'm like, "Oh, wait, Allie gave me one." And so I thought you had mentioned something about the Georgia Broncos. So I
Yeah.
thought that's the one you gave me
Oh,
because
no.
you mentioned that. So I went and bought this one. So now I have two of these.
I bought one too. I didn't know that the whole thing was going on.
I know. So
So-
I knew about it 3 weeks before, 3 weeks before
Yeah.
Supercell.
Cool.
You embarked.
Me, Keisha. Oh my God, I feel so bad. What's his name? John from Nashville Broncos.
Yeah.
We were all in on it. We were on non-official, official NDAs. And we were walking around with them in our pockets the whole time.
Oh, cool.
So it was super fun because it's fun to get the community together. And like Tom from Bronco Driver, if you were a part of a club and like you helped get all of your people down there, like he had made a couple specifically for a few people that I got to go and like pass out. That was really cool because I also got to connect with a couple more people
Yep.
Yeah.
that either like
Allie gave me mine.
Yeah.
that way.
I mean, I had to. That I either got to connect for the first time, like meeting in person, or like I've heard of this person and haven't yet made that connection. So that part was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like, obviously, it's a little more pricey.
Yeah.
If you want
Those are
to,
like $20.
yes. So obviously, like, and I know if you want to like make your own, obviously, it's going to cost a pretty penny for that.
Yeah.
But it's just another way to bring the community together, especially between the classics and the 6th gen, because there is a lot of that pushback still. Like for that, it's a good little collector's thing as well. If a lot of events do this and that kind of a thing, that you can like register, connect with these people. And again, it's really just about bringing the community together. And that was the biggest reason they kind of pushed for this. Which I think it's a really cool creative idea. I had a couple of Army vets come up to me and just say like how meaningful it is, because like they got challenge coins in the service. And like there's police officers that get them. Like there's so many different reasons for several different like challenge coins that are currently out there. So to bring it into the Bronco world, just to kind of bring everyone together again, it was really cool that they did that. And I know there's going to be limited ones. I know there's one they're going to make that there's going to be less than 100 of them. So if you get one of those, like it's really special. So it's kind of cool.
I think there was one I saw floating around. It was the first 100, and it was they actually picked. They just put them on Broncos, that kind of thing. And then I know that the one online you could buy the 60th. They're only making like 1,966.
Yeah.
So.
And did you see the price of it?
Yeah, it's $19.66.
$19.66.
That's
funny.
Come on,
Anyway.
we had to do something. It was really cool that they kind of created that. So
Did you guys get any of these hooks
Yes.
for your to hang from your mirror? Yeah, it's kind of in the way, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of funny. So instead of ducks, we got the.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yes, it was. But anyway, but yeah, it's a fun time and it goes so fast. Like I feel like we just got there and it
Because,
was already.
I get like, so typically because I've gone 5 years now. 5 years, 4 years, I don't know, something like that. Like I always pack up on Saturday, and like my Bronco is just packed, ready to go, and I'll typically start driving home. And like packing up that morning, I think it just kind of gets better and better as every year goes on. I feel like just because you get to know new people, you get to see like all your friends that you've met in like previous years. I was so sad leaving this year to the point where like I was in tears in the driveway, and like I don't cry often. And like even my dad kind of looked at me, he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like it just bums you out because it's like I feel like all the Bronco people are just good, genuine people.
Yes.
That you get to hang out with. So it's just like
Then back to reality.
yeah, it's back to dealer life, okay?
Trying to explain it to non-Bronco people is just it doesn't work.
Well, not even like non-Bronco people, like my dad. Because before, when it was like 60 to 70 degrees, like Maya was fully coming with me. When it crossed over 80 is when I had to make the phone call to get my mom to stay with her. Because my dad wasn't going to go at first. And I kept trying to explain like why he had to, because that was very much out of his comfort zone. He's good now, but I told him, I'm like, you got to go once, you got to experience it. And I think we got to Friday. And he looks at me and he's like, I now know why you couldn't explain it. I'm like, you just got to go and experience it.
You even introduced him to me and you had a nickname for me. He knows my nickname.
Yeah. My dad's nickname for the whole weekend was Allie's dad. So he literally, did you see him at the IAG booth? So he got a bunch of stuff on Saturday and he put a license plate frame on the front, and the license plate in the front said Allie's dad for the rest of the weekend. I'm just like, so now he goes by Allie's dad. So it's pretty entertaining though, but it's just a good time. Like it's so hard to explain to everybody like what it is and what we do. It's like, yeah, we hang out in a field, but it's so much more than that.
So at the regional meeting this spring, I gave my regional managers my Bronco patch. I did like here and some stickers, and they thought they don't even get it, I don't think. But it was hilarious because they're like, "Oh, it's cool." And yeah, I'm like, yeah.
It's fun that some of the Bronco people on the Bronco team now in Michigan kind of get it, but I've had to explain it several times.
Yeah. We had somebody we met somebody that does they put lifts on or something, and we were heading to the Utah event. Jeff was with me. The Bronco Stampede Easter Jeep Safari. That's what we were going to. And we had pulled over and we were eating real quick before we jumped on the road after getting some gas. And they were Halo lifts. That's what it is. So they sell Halo lifts.
Oh yeah.
And his little son's like, "Hey, do you trade patches, or do you want a patch?" And so they gave me one of their patches. Like, hold on, I have one packet in my backpack, and I gave him my patch. And like,
oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
So it's like they know that Bronco people, though, I think are doing that. They're learning that.
Mm-hmm.
So some of these vendors are getting their own patches. Oh, Mountains to Metal had theirs.
Yeah.
You know, and so some of them are doing that. So it's kind of cool.
I have my logo.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. It was talking about Moab, Tim, Kylie. So it was great to formally meet you in Moab a week ago.
Oh yeah. So
Brian Melissa's.
Yes.
So
yeah,
he's
he was
tuned in.
Yes. He was there and he stayed there. So we had a chance to chat quite a bit. So that was fun. So yeah, it was hard to forget his name. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, I've said it before that if we had a third boy, his name would be Timothy, because a lot of the successful people that we end up meeting are named Tim. Also, my dad's Tim. So
there you go.
There's a whole thing. But I'm just like, okay, how many Tims do we know at this point? There's like 20 or 30 that we've made connection with in the automotive world. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'll remember. So, like, this goes the same for my job, too. I remember your Bronco, your Instagram, everything. I will probably not remember your name. And I'll probably need a reminder of what you drive.
Yes.
Sometimes I see people, I don't know who they are, and I see the Bronco. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1,000%.
People
All
come
the
for
time.
the Maverick meetup, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, Ridgeview? How you doing, Alan?" And like, I'll come up with their with their YouTube names
Right.
and totally just disregard that they have an actual name.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, yeah. So any other things that we need to talk about? Let people know, kind of. I guess this is more or less to let people know, hey, what all we do this week or that week, I guess, and then what kind of if they want to go, what they expect. But like you said, it's kind of hard to put into words, right, Allie?
Yeah,
But
it's
I
really
mean,
hard to explain it for sure. I just because even I had 6 of my customers go this year, which was really cool to see them down there, just enjoying it and having a good time. But it's just so hard to put into words of like what it is and like what this community means. So I think it's cool to like watch this event grow to see how many people it reaches.
I think Tom makes it fun too. Like you have so much freedom and there's so much activity going on. Like you can go on this drive. You don't have to go on this one if you don't want to. You can do this. You can stop for lunch. Like you're kind of free to do as you please. And if you want to stay and hang out and talk to people, like you can do that too. So I kind of like the freedom of it because, it's just, it makes it even more fun and, optional that, maybe you don't feel like doing this right now or, so I think that's what's cool.
It's so much goes into these, and I think it kind of dies down after the last Supercell event, which is for the classics in October. But then end of December after Christmas and right after New Year, everything ramps right back up. And like my phone is blowing up from Tom, like, hey, we got to do this. Hey, we need to get on schedule for this. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, this is starting. So like, this is a full-time gig for him to plan all of this. And Rob, I know you had your first hand in your events because you guys just had your first successful one of like how much goes into this. So let alone, granted, I'm on a very small portion of like because he deals with the insurance with the vendors with like literally everything. I'm literally just his go-to for announcements and like organizing and like what happens at the events and things like that. And it's just really funny and really cool to see them grow every year of like what this can do. Cause like you don't think this year can be beat, and like watch next year there's gonna be a whole new ball game and he's gonna have 10 new things there waiting for us. So
yeah. Well, we have our Maverick meetup, and I'll tell you, I've taken some things from the Bronco events and go, hey, let's do more than just, because we have people come over from all over the country come to ours. It's a small group and a small get together, not a lot of people, but they all come. They're not from a local. Like we don't have local people come to it, which is funny, but all over. But I'm like, okay, I want them to come not just for a 2-hour deal on a Saturday morning or whatever. I want to make this more of a bigger deal. So we've done some drives, coming off of what Tom did. I said, we got a couple different things that are very unique to Kansas, so we'll do a drive. And I'll tell you, Maverick people they don't want to get their Mavericks dirty. Not everybody. Now, there's some people that do the drive that are like, yeah, I had fun. That's great. And let me take it to the car wash. And they did have fun, but there were some that they didn't come back Saturday because they got their Maverick dirty and they kind of got mad at me. But it's still coming up and trying things. I think we actually have a local drive-in. So I think this year's event, I think we're gonna, go over to the drive-in, but we won't, because I can't guarantee a big group, and pay for that. We'll just whatever movies. Hey, let's all drive together to the drive-in. And go to the drive-in. But I thought, man, that's a good idea. We have a drive-in. There aren't a lot of those around the country anymore. Yeah. And let's do that.
It gives us one more thing to do as a group. Because we're trying to make it worth it. Like, is it worth it to come all the way to Kansas, the middle of nowhere, and hang out?
In the heat of summer.
Yes.
In the middle of summer.
In the middle of summer. And so a lot of them will come in, they'll drive in and be there Thursday. Yeah. And so we'll get together like Thursday night. Hey, anybody is going to be there. Let's meet at a hotel.
Which most of our members typically are here on Thursday. So I think we're moving our member dinner to Thursday night. So then Friday we can do the drive-in. We do our drive Friday. And then Saturday our show and shine. But then we also moved our weekend to correlate with Custom Kemps of America, a car show that has found its home in Salina and brings around 2,000 cars each year.
It's almost like Pigeon Ford's little thing, but not
So-
quite to that grand of a scale.
Not that bad.
So,
No.
but it's a lot of fun. And so we're like, well, if we move it to that weekend, then when they're done with events with us for the day, they can go over and join in those events because they have burnouts, they have drag racing, they have it all going all day long over
Yeah.
there.
That's fun.
And they'll drive around town and all that.
Yeah.
So you can almost, a lot of people just sit outside their hotel rooms in the parking lots and
Yeah.
watch them go by. So
Yeah.
kind of like Dream Cruise and some of that, which I've never been, but I've seen some photos.
Yeah.
But,
So
Oh,
I
I think your Maverick
Dreams?
community is a lot Bronco community. They're good people.
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, they do have fun, and they really enjoy just seeing what other people have been doing to their Mavericks, because the Mavericks is a
Modular.
you can not as much as a Bronco, but they're doing a lot of cool things as well to theirs. I mean, Alan's done a lot of fun things with striping and hand pin striping on his, and all these other accessories that they put in their Mavericks and everything. And so it's really fun to see what people have done to their Mavericks too. And so, we've had one year we had a lot of deliveries because it was a year that we sold close to 700. We sold a bunch of Mavericks that year, and a lot of people came and picked up their Maverick. Happened to be during that week, so they just planned on picking up their Maverick. We picked them up, had a bus that we picked them up at the airport and brought them back, and they hung out, and then they drove their Maverick home. But typically that doesn't happen most years, but we want it to be a fun thing too, since it's not just a local car show. We have one of those, but people coming from all over, so we want to have them fun. So I think what Tom's done is just the perfect thing to do. If someone's going to drive a long ways and they're going to you get to hang out all every day or whatever.
We're trying to make it more like Supercell, where there is more days of hangout, more going on, and it's like actually a reason to come here and spend hours upon hours driving here.
It'll never be to the scale of what he's done, but just to have them, give them reason that they want to come here, and have fun.
Because we know I think it started. We had Maverick people that wanted to come meet us after purchasing their Mavericks, and so we're like, well, why not give them a Maverick meetup in the center of the U.S.
So
yeah.
Anyway. And like I said, early Maverick, it was really big. We had a lot that first year, and even the second year was quite a few, and then it's kind of scraggled down. But we got to get the local people involved in it too. But
that's what it really is. And well, the locals do know, because my best friend recently, she started dating a guy, and he's like, "So Lowell McArthur, that they host that Maverick thing." I was like, that's that's my event. I help that.
Yeah.
So some locals do know.
Are you getting a lot of Escape people going to Maverick because it sits lower, kind of like the Escape?
Well, I don't know. We haven't sold an Escape in 2 months, so they're going to something.
Yeah, because I feel like I feel like they like the Maverick.
Besides being super low on F-150s, after today, our lot looks so sad because we have maybe 30 F-150s in stock when we're used to having like 300. And
we have good inventory. They all look like golf balls right now. So
they're all too damaged to sell.
So anyway, we'll figure it out.
It's called the hail special.
Oh my gosh, we had a storm last night. I'm always I'm like, no hail, please. The tornado can come and rip them away, but not the hail.
Yeah, we literally park like all the Raptors and like any high-end vehicle like in the service lane, and then the rest can.
We typically do, but this landed on a Sunday, so no one came out and did anything.
Oh no!
But I don't think we thought we were going to get that kind of hail.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you got it last year too, right? Last year and this year?
We had like 2 or 3 storms last year with hail.
Yeah, we had a couple, but not to this.
Not to this extent.
Not as big as these were.
This is taking out glass.
Yeah,
it's shattered back windows.
See, we're by the Illinois River, and I swear it saves us. I swear it like
so
splits us.
typically we're 2 intersecting rivers, and we also have intersecting highways, or we have a river that goes through. So we're in a valley. Typically, tornadoes come to the edge, pick up, and drop on the other side, or completely just skirt around us. They
Seems
don't.
like it.
They don't come here, so we don't get super heavy storms very often. But when we do, it's horrible.
Knock on wood, lately they've been missing Michigan, so.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
well, any last thoughts? Some people haven't talked much, so I want to give everybody opportunity.
Anybody going to Wisconsin with me?
I wish.
That's just a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
May 14th.
I'm going to bring
or
the two-door, I think, and camp,
Can we-
because it's right at the campground. So I'm kind of excited.
I'm not going to Wisconsin, but I did book some hotel rooms for Michigan.
I just saw your message today. I've been busy with the end of the month.
For Mackinac?
No,
Or
for
Silver Lake.
Silver
and
Lake
Woodward.
and Woodward.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh.
Okay. I need to get on it then, too.
Rob, I have like a list of things you have to do while you're here.
Well, I've
So,
got an entire week of stuff, or an entire week to do stuff. So.
You're doing the event again like you did last year at the dunes?
Yes.
I didn't actually end up going last year, but
You didn't go.
going
It
this
is
year.
happening the 7th and 8th this year
Of August?
of August. And then
Last year we did.
Woodward is that following week. So it kind of leads right into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You may see
But
me there
Woodward
for a
would-
full
would-
week then.
But Woodward would be the weekend, for the most part, weekend after, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Right.
you'd have to be full week. Interesting. Yeah, that's a kind of a bad time for. I know.
I know.
She's
know,
like,
yeah,
I
It's
can't.
right around school starting.
You know, we
Yeah.
have our
I start the
hometown
week
car
after.
show.
Barb is like, about that timing, guys.
Could you
I
just
literally
Sarah.
start the Monday
it?
after.
I went to
Yeah,
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
So Michigan Bronco Club is hosting that with Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. We don't know if Ford is going to participate like they did last year, but there will be plenty of Ford people there. So
In Bronco Nation? Maybe?
no comment.
Yeah.
They're procrastinators.
No comment.
I can
I
comment.
plead the fifth. Anyway,
Yeah, that's another event. And then of course September is Supercell, but yeah, there's a couple fun
yeah,
Bronco events.
Supercell, I'm trying to fly out for that. Just because I can't take that much off work. I think my work loves. Sorry, end of the month. Trying to close Bronco deals here. My work loves that I go to these things, but the time away is just it's a lot sometimes. So
Some of mine
You're
end
just
up being
recruiting
vacations.
Bronco buyers at the events.
exactly, that's all I'm doing.
Right. Anyway, I think Barbara and I, we're going on vacation. We're going to do some off-roading and coming up, but won't be part of an event. And then Supercell Colorado, we'll figure out how to go. Last year we went the weekend before Supercell because it's Labor Day, right after Labor Day weekend. So we went up Labor Day weekend because she has Monday off, and we did some off-roading that weekend. We went to Taylor Park and then camped there and did some off-roading for a couple days. And then I came back, and then because she had to stay there because that hit right where she had to be at work. So because she can take 3 days off.
Yeah, this
So-
year with it being very close to Labor Day, Wayne is opening his shop to all Bronco owners.
I saw that on
Ooh.
that Tuesday,
if
right?
you have not gone, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will post some more
God,
photos
now you're
on Tom's
tempting
page.
me.
But
Oh.
his collection of Broncos is absolutely incredible.
When is that?
After
After Labor Day, right?
The day after Labor Day. I
The
think.
day after Labor Day.
So a birthday trip. Okay.
Yeah, someone has a big birthday this year, so
It
that
is.
sounds like a fun thing, Sarah.
It does. You want to go with me? Let's ditch
Sure.
him and we can go.
We're going to Colorado in the middle of July. It's the guy that I sold my first Bronco Raptor to. He got price protected when the price jumped. And
Nice.
he's flying us out there for weekends to go like just gallivanting around. And
That's
What
awesome.
area?
so I'm kind of excited.
What area?
Well, he said, do you want to go in Colorado? Because he lives near Denver. Or do you want to go to Moab? And I'm like, oh, great. I don't want to go
Okay.
to both. But
So Denver has a lot going on.
I chose Colorado because I don't know. I was like, well, Buena Vista is where the supercell's at. I kind of wanted to
Yes.
gallivant
Yeah,
around
Buena
there. I don't
Vista.
know. So
It's so fun. You're gonna love Colorado. It's beautiful.
I know. Well, we
Yeah.
camped once before when I first got the Bronco on the tent in June, and it was freezing. It was 30 degrees out, but I had my alpaca socks on. But yeah, they like, you think the Smokies are big, and then you go out to Colorado, it's just like, wow. But I can't wait to see it. And that was only a 2-day trip there, but I always have to pinch mine into quick weekends.
The
But,
key to Colorado is that if you want to do many of the trails, because of the snow and everything melting, really
Yeah.
until after July 4th is when you can usually get on most of those trails.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the guides and everything will tell you this trail is, you can get on this trail from like July through September, and then it's closed or whatever. And so that's usually how those trails work. And that's why usually, because, I know that Sarah went and Labor Day thinking, summer's hit and everything else. But even one of the passes, the pavement was still closed. The Cottonwood Pass was closed, Labor Day. So a lot of them will do that. But and I know some of those trails too, if they're not melted in time, they'll plow them. They'll plow the trails to kind of help with it, like in June. If they don't, that's how kind of bad it is sometimes back there. But it's cool. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of fun events coming up then for people to go to, Bronco events. And so, all right, Jenna, what do you got planned up coming up?
So my Bronco is in the display at Carlisle Ford Nationals.
That's right.
So that's going to be a long 4-day weekend. And then that's the same weekend that my rally starts for the summer. And then I might be coming down to Kansas in July. So see what happens.
Yeah, we actually, for those that are going to Carlisle, we won't be there. We went there a couple years ago. We won't be there, but we have a giveaway for the Maverick people at the Maverick Truck Club. And so if you're in a Maverick going there, we have a couple things that we've donated thanks to one of our floor liner partners, 3W. So there's a couple floor mats that are going to be available we're giving away. We're sending it. Those get sent off, didn't they? I think those got sent off this week. So.
They got sent off on Friday.
So anyway, so we'll be there in spirit. That's for sure. So
you can be there like Flat Stanley, and I can take a picture of your like little cutout.
Yes.
We actually have someone in the chat.
Yes.
We actually, I don't know if he's probably not in the chat, but one of our members, Mabsim, that remember he put our picture on his Maverick. So he took a cutout of Sarah and I and put it on the windows. So looking for Mavericks, we might be there. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that first year we were celebrity judges.
Yeah, I think
I'm doing that as well. So
that's fun.
Be a busy weekend.
Anyway, that's a nice fun event too. That Ford will a lot of times be there for that. And this year it's the big Bronco bash there. They're doing a 60th years of the Bronco at Carlisle as well, which is one of the reasons I kind of wanted to go. Which we talked about doing that for vacation instead, but getting it to work since it's a weekend, and for us, it's either we needed to be coming back before then, or we wouldn't get there till after, one or the other. So it was really hard to kind of figure that in and plan that in.
I'm still debating on doing Carlisle or Bronco the Mac because they're both the same weekend. I haven't committed.
They're gonna have one of every Bronco.
I have a wedding
timeline.
Oh, they're gonna have one of each.
That's
cool.
The guy I'm in contact with who got my Bronco in the display. There's like an indoor building that Ford is going to be providing vehicles for, and then my Bronco is going to be in with like the working Broncos. So like there's going to be mine, one with a camper, a couple other like police, kind of like the Bronco Wild Fun stuff, and then there'll be the display that's the timeline display, and then there's a separate strap display too.
Oh, cool. So Wayne will
And
probably
then
have some.
the
stuff
whole
there.
show field of everything.
Wayne has
that
several
Carlisle
Broncos
is.
there.
Okay,
What?
that's what I was thinking.
Probably.
Wayne will have
Yeah.
probably
He
the
has-
top,
Oh,
the
yeah.
top one is his. So
Yeah, he
And I
has.
heard that and I don't remember the name, the Bronco that I want to say it was like in California at that show where it was the white, where it didn't have the top.
Oh,
the
That's a
concept
one-
one.
concept.
Yeah, they said that that's going to be at Carlisle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I
That's
haven't
making
gotten
it
to see
the
that yet.
Roadster.
So it'll be cool for me.
Yeah.
The Roadster. Yeah, the Roadster.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
that
I'm,
was
yeah.
that was at SEMA. I got a chance to walk around on that at SEMA, but
Mhm.
that's cool. And
What's
Lori,
what's more overwhelming, SEMA or the Bronco patch swap at Supercell?
SEMA.
Probably patch swap because you're trying to talk to people along with
it's like
gathering the
it's like
information.
did I get you? It's like did I get everybody?
Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to do that.
My arm was
I don't
about
know.
falling off with the bag. I need a smarter bag.
As long as you allow yourself multiple days, you can take your time at SEMA. Now, if you do it in one day,
Oh yeah, that one first year it was like that was not.
never doing that again.
That was difficult. And you know what I found on the secret to SEMA was no long form videos, just a bunch of shorts. And
Yeah.
that worked out because I didn't have to worry about then I wasn't spending time editing instead of actually enjoying it. I could just take my videos and I had all these shorts and then I could it didn't take long to post them. Which of course sent them off. I don't know if I did that this year, but some years I just sent them off to Jeff, have
I
him
didn't
put the
go this
script on
past
them.
year.
But no. So that's what I did. I lost my voice this year at that one.
Yeah.
But
That's why
anyway.
you need me there too. So then if you lose your voice, I can
Right.
I can take
Anyway.
over. The
Yeah.
videos would be like, okay, so he's lost his voice, so I'm going to do my best. Hi.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. And Barbara, do you have anything else? No stories of me. No.
I should
No,
have
she's just happy to be here with her friends.
It was so good seeing you, Barbara, too.
Always good to see you guys. All my
All
Bronco
right.
friends.
Yeah.
I have the
So
same
I
shirt
think-
Tim has, too.
I think I drug her to some of the first events, but now she enjoys going to
She
them.
drags you. It's cool.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
the first I got her to go to the first time we went off-roading was Wisconsin Supercell. And that was a little scary, but then we got her to Bronco off-rodeo and
That's where I met you, too, I think, Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was,
I
Laura.
remember. I was like, you don't know me, but I know you. It's like-
I would probably say all of us first met each other at a Bronco Supercell.
And I met Allie
Yeah.
in Wisconsin,
At least
too.
I've met all of you, I should say, at a Bronco
I-
Supercell.
Thanks. Is that where we first met? I don't even remember.
Not
Me?
I. First time I got to meet you
Uh,
in person, Allie, was when we went to the Maverick Embargoed event.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Well, I don't think, Allie, I met you at the first Supercell that we went to. So I think I probably first saw you on Dave's show.
Yeah.
And then we
Oh.
said, then we met in person, live in person was at the Supercell.
I haven't met Rob
Right.
yet.
And I remember meeting Jenna a couple
I've
years
only been
ago at
video for
Supercell.
Rob.
We met at that off-road park that no longer
think-
exists.
Yes.
Sarah,
You went
were,
up
Sarah, were
and
you
Rod-
at one of the Colorado Supercells the last 2 years?
2 years
Nope.
ago.
I was there
2
3
years.
years. It's been 3 years.
Okay.
24.
There's like, yeah, about that.
2024. I have
I
all the
think it's-
posters up here on my wall.
I think my time is due, and I need to make it back to a Supercell.
I
Well,
was
yeah,
at,
'cause
I
I
was
was-
at the
Yes.
24 one.
I was
You
supposed
weren't?
to meet
Wisconsin.
Sarah at the one
I
I didn't go to because of Maya.
Yeah, that's the one that you didn't make it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited to
Okay.
meet you, and then everything happened with Maya, and you didn't make it. And I was so sad.
I had
But then-
so many messages. It was so funny because I only told Laura and Jordan
Oh.
when
And then I
I
think I asked them where you were. And then I messaged you like, hey, I heard you're not coming. I'm so sorry.
it was a super awkward. hey, where are you at? And I'm like, yeah, I'm crying in the corner. Thanks.
Yeah.
But everything's good now. So.
Oh, she's gone.
But
oh, bye, Barb. So fun. All right. Well, I have to go close 2 more deals and get these credit apps submitted because
have fun with
it's the
that.
end of the month. So.
Well, thanks for joining us. I think we're pretty much wrapped
thanks for
up
having
anyway.
me. I miss all the Bronco people. So.
Me too.
Same. So
it's
same.
like super sad. So there's that. So.
I get to be with more Bronco people this weekend.
Jealous.
I have an
I would
event
say
on Sunday. So
Arkansas Bronco
too.
Clubs seems like they're doing a lot of drives and such. So we've got to go down there and check out.
They're doing
others.
fantastic.
So
we do. We try to do a drive every month, usually the first Saturday of the month.
Oh, okay. You know, and we'll get a chance to. I mean, it was pretty much that drive that I led. That was mostly Arkansas Bronco Club, right?
It was
Rob?
a couple from Arkansas, and then Nate and Brandy they're from Illinois.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, great people. I mean, we connected pretty well with a lot of them. So I think most of the Bronco people are pretty cool when you get to talking to them and everything. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's always a blast. I mean, got a chance to meet some people when we went to the Utah event and, you know, and such, and get to see, you know, people on in that area. So it's fun to just connect with people. So pretty awesome people. I just think Ford people in general, because the Maverick people are pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's fun. Just get to these events. And especially I think people that go to these events, or it may be just part of that, is that they want to be a part of a community and they want to like talk to people and hang out and talk to them about their vehicles and everything. So that's probably what makes them awesome.
Yeah.
So
For
anyway.
sure.
But, all right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Awesome. It was good seeing y'all.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions as they hop off.
Okay. For
So-
them or
No.
for me?
For you.
All right. See you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See y'all.
Bye.
There we go.
Okay.
What do you got?
All right. So Train 1962 wants to order a Bronco Badland Z plan buyer, and it's between us and a local dealer. So you can certainly
Bronco Badlands?
Yeah.
Invoice pricing.
Yep. So check
and then
it out.
and then we pay for your expenses to go to Bronco Off Rodeo
Yes.
too. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If you plan to go Bronco Off Rodeo, you know, like I've had some people, like actually recently somebody had commented and said, you need to let everybody know that is not a free off rodeo. And I said, I did say it was free. You get a complimentary pass because it is $7.95 to go to Bronco Off Rodeo normally. So you get that part paid for. There are some deposits, but what we're paying for is the biggest cost to go to that is your driving expenses. So, you know, the flights, right? The hotels. We went to ours in Moab and I'm like, okay, well, the place to stay was like a couple $100, you know, for the 2 days, 2 nights you have to stay the night before. And you're getting done so late that you got that night after, just the 2 nights. Right. And then if you were to fly in there, right. And then you have Uber, if you're not close enough, right. You have food. I mean, so we pay for up to $1,000 of that expense because that is kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So that, there's a deposit and there's a second person you may have to pay for, but we can at least lessen that load by paying for your expenses.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of dealers, they won't do, but we think it's important and it's fun. So if you're planning to do the off rodeo, then that is another way to save some money too, that other dealers don't do. So plus the invoice pricing.
So if I believe, I think he's the one that lives in Missouri.
Okay.
I think he used to work at the Ford factory.
Oh,
that's why he has Z plan.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
So I believe that's who he is. If that's the case, you're not too far from us.
Z plan, I guess you don't get invoice price, you get better.
Yeah.
So there's not really, to be honest, there's not any way that dealer is going to be the same price as we are. So there's nothing I can save you over that other dealer in a sense.
Besides offering $1,000.
Well,
right?
The off rodeo, that is a separate thing. And that's, we reimburse you back receipts. So that is something that we can do that others can't. But one of the things that I like to throw out there is if you're ordering, you got to keep in mind some of that as well. Because although they should get allocations, you know, I can guarantee that if you put an order in with us, I can almost guarantee I can get you scheduled almost right away.
Yeah.
once the new allocations go for that next month, that rollover month, like if you were to order, like this week, in fact, this week we still have allocations that need to get scheduled. If you ordered by Wednesday, I could almost guarantee you I can get you scheduled by Thursday. Like, see, that's some of those things like that.
Yeah.
Certain models I can do that kind of guarantee with us. Some dealers, you don't know what their allocations look like. Like I said, we are getting quite a few, and there's startup scheduling. So they actually on Bronco, it's a 6 weeks. So we have a lot of allocations that we're getting, and we're taking most of them, like 12 to 15 allocations. So again, that's something else that I know a little bit more about that, and I can help keep you apprised on get scheduling.
Oh, he's in Ohio. Still not as far as some, but we can definitely help you.
Yeah, Z-Plan, we have to sell you to Z-Plan. We can't sell you any different. So there's nothing.
Oh, there's my way to Colorado. Buy a Bronco from my dealer and let them pay for my trip. Well, it has to be to an off-rodeo. So that would be Moab.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to buy a Bronco.
Yeah.
Not right now.
We actually had somebody from, where were they from? I think they were from Washington or Oregon, and they wanted to go to the Moab one, and they drove there. So we paid for their gas expenses to go to Moab.
So he's from the Cincinnati area.
Oh.
I have an aunt and cousins in Cincinnati area.
Yep.
So, all right, we have some more questions. What is involved in replacing a grill on the Maverick 25 in terms of time and money? So he would not do it. He's not mechanically inclined, so he would take it to a garage and service. So,
it wouldn't take long to switch it out.
Okay, so it would
if
be
you're just
are
you replacing it with, or are you trying to update a previous model year to the 25 model year? Because that would be different, because you're talking about bumper
on the 25 Maverick.
So you have a 25 now, replacing the 25
grill.
Okay, then that will be easier swap.
Yeah.
And say if you had, like, because I've heard some people wanting, hey, I like this look. You can't switch from like bumpers and stuff from Bronco from my first gen to second or to refresh. You can't do. Same way in the Maverick, you can't do a 24 and a 25 grill are not swappable. But so
yeah,
I had mine. The grill didn't come off. I guess I took.
He wants to update to the Lobo.
Oh, the Lobo grill. I'd assume they're swappable.
Yeah.
And you should be able to get a deal. They should be able to do that in a day.
I think your most cost with that would be your parts. Just
getting the grill and then the labor to put it on.
Yeah. You can always get a quote from your dealer.
Yeah.
And then RagdarCon, does the Tennessee off-rodeo people participate or lead trail rides or anything? No official Bronco Nation presence, but don't know if they let off-rodeo folks go unofficially. They actually are running Bronco off-rodeo that week, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're doing sessions of Bronco off-rodeo.
Last year, they actually had an open house for people to go over there with free. They did some giveaways. They sold a lot of merch while they were, man, that line was constant when over there. This year, they weren't at Bronco Off-Road or Supercell, should say. Bronco Nation wasn't there. They ran, I think what they're doing is that their hopes is they had their normal, they made sure off-rodeo days were during those days or I think maybe even before, because their assumption is if people are coming to Tennessee, they could make it a twofer. They could do their off-rodeo while they're going to Supercell. And so some people did that. And so they went ahead and picked their days that week of Supercell. And so that's what they did. So, but Bronco and Bronco Nation didn't do anything extra outside of that, outside of making that off-rodeo available for those people. They didn't, I'm on the fence on that, because at some point I'm like, hey, it'd be a great opportunity to have the availability to have trail rides there and have, in a sense, to bring your own Bronco or whatever, but allow to work with Supercell and have like a day, or even if it's a morning, to say, come over, we're going to run trails for people like they did in the one, it costs this much, and we can get a small expense or whatever. I'm sure they don't, because the legalities on that, because if they're on their property, they have to have all kinds of you got to sign all kinds of stuff. But I had to at the other locations I went to. But I don't know. I guess sometimes I'm on the fence of going, they have this facility. They could really, work with Bronco Supercell. And there's a lot of Bronco people that they could open that up for people that have already done their off rodeo to come over and use a facility to make these off road days, right? Because there's really the only other off road park is you got to go to Windrock. But also that's revenue they're losing out on if they do that. And also they're, at first I'm thought, okay, well, they're just being a little greedy. But then I'm like, well, wait a second. On the other aspect of that, there are people that actually are wanting to use a Bronco off rodeo. And you know how expensive it is to just go to one for one day.
Yeah.
If you can work it into your vacation or into a trip like this, then you would want that availability to do that. And if they close it out for an off-road or for an off-road day, then you maybe lose your opportunity to be able to do that. So, so I could see that. And so that I can understand
have
that
to
too.
think about the insurance of the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but any of the facilities though, like when they had the first year we went, there was a Bays Mountain off-road. It is a facility. They have all the insurance they need.
Yeah.
When you came, you paid your money, and then you had to sign a liability form.
Right.
That's no different than what Bronco did. Bronco Nation made us sign that when we went with them on trail ride, and when we went to Moab. The Moab Off Rodeo guides ran that. So the Bronco Off Rodeo, basically, you had filled out the same signatures that you did when you go to Bronco Off Rodeo. So it's just forms.
But
so basically saying, we're not going to be liable if you break your car.
But they're on public land, right? This is private land. It might have different insurance needs, or might be, or it's Tennessee. They might have different needs.
The facility already has their own insurance for their facility. They've had other events. Do you remember the solar eclipse thing?
Yeah.
And
in Texas,
so many people could come and they could camp on the facility, do the solar eclipse,
but
go on a drive. You had to pay for it.
Yeah.
So they could do it if they wanted to. Bring your own Bronco. Think about
that's also Texas.
There you go. Think about this. Bring your own Bronco. They thought, hey, wait a minute. We could have people bring their own Broncos. They use our facilities in the sense. And that's pretty what a bring your own Bronco is the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, they already have all the insurance and stuff. They're anyway.
Yeah.
But we also got to remember too is that Bronco Off Rodeo is not run by Ford. It is run by Jackson Dawson, as well as Bronco Nation is also run by Jackson Dawson. So it's really it's them doing it, not necessarily Ford. So Ford really has never been involved in Bronco Supercell.
Right.
That first year, I think, when the Bronco first came out, they did have their Broncos there so people could see them. But outside of that, they really haven't been a presence at Supercell. Bronco Nation, on the other hand, has in Bronco Off Rodeo, which is great. But anyway, but yeah. So I always kind of felt like, man, they could really do something there and participate with it and really bring people in. But then I thought, the people that want to use their Bronco Off Rodeo, that is a great way for them to finally use the Bronco Off Rodeo and do a twofer.
Yeah.
Right. Same way if people are probably doing the same thing at Bronco Off Rodeo during Easter Jeep Safari. Great opportunity. I want to go to Easter Jeep Safari. Let me do my Bronco Off Rodeo as well while I'm there. And that's a great way of doing a twofer at that location too. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Any other question you got there?
No, I didn't have anything else grabbed.
So deal 492, plain and simple. It was a total swing and a miss for Bronco Nation and Off Rodeo, largest Bronco gathering nation, and they skipped out. Yeah, you know how much merch? Because when they did the open house, I'm telling you, there's so much merch that was sold that week. They sold out of all kinds of stuff, and I'm not sure merch isn't their biggest revenue. It's the off rodeo and such, but man, there's like I said, and that presence too of letting people know, because how many people do have a Bronco and don't know about Bronco Off Rodeo? Still, we get it all the time. There's still people that don't know that Bronco Off Rodeo exists, even to have a Bronco. And it's like, you need to go do your Bronco Off Rodeo. What are you talking about? They don't know. And Bronco Nation can go to these events. I mean, I kind of agree with this. I mean, I don't want to like badmouth them too much, but I do kind of agree that the Bronco Supercell Tennessee is the biggest Bronco get together of any event. Carlisle will probably be pretty big down there. There'll probably be a lot of Bronco people because it is the 60th, but that's a huge one. The tennis, because in Moab, the Bronco Stampede, well, maybe, but that's right there in the backyard. That's easy for them.
Yeah.
But Bronco Stampede, Ford had a major presence down there between doing the 4 trails on one day from those guides. So they borrowed all the off-rodeo guides to do that. A lot of Ford employees were there. Like a lot of the engineers, a lot of the people in the Ford, the brand managers were all there, assistant brand managers. I can tell you because I know somebody that was taking them out on trails almost every single day, a different group of Ford employees. Ford's presence was real big down there, and it wasn't a Bronco event. It was a Jeep event.
Right.
Sorry, it's not really just a Jeep event. It's an off-road event now. But, you know, the Bronco presence down there was not that big. It's getting bigger for that event. I mean, this is the only one I've been to, so I could only imagine. But that one there, to go there and not go to Supercell, I kind of agree. It just blows me away that, yeah, I don't know. And again, you guys know I will. I'm not gonna. This is really this. Don't worry about this here. It's not a Law McArthur podcast. It's a Tim Bartz and Sarah. This
is the soapbox moment.
I will tell you how I feel within reason, without getting in too much trouble. But just again, it's my opinion. It's a PSA out there. But I don't know. I mean, I do at first, when I first said this is a great opportunity, they're putting an off-rodeo there for them to participate with Bronco Supercell and have people come over and use their facility. They are, because they're providing that, like I said, for people that haven't used their off-rodeo. This is an opportunity. That's why I'm less on that inclination of they should open up their facility for these people coming to this event. This is the opportunity for people to finally use their off-rodeo.
If you think about it, people that are newer to the community, which are the people that they want going to the off-rodeo, this is a good way for them to not only go to that off-rodeo, but also get to know the community at an event.
Yeah.
And if they open it up, then those people that haven't been to an off-rodeo may not feel comfortable going and doing those trails.
Yep.
Yes. I ask people in our group that ask, what would they learn at off-rodeo that they can't get from our local group? I just say the guides are so knowledgeable and know the Bronco inside and out. And if you think about it, if you go out with a group, I mean, the first time I went out, we were going with a couple that actually lead an off-rodeo. They are the trail guides for off-rodeo. So it was a little bit different for me, but when you're off-roading, you might get a single little snippet of knowledge for the whole trail. And then the next trail, you learn something new. And then like each trail, you're grabbing, one thing at a time, and they may not have the technologies that you do or do not have in your vehicle. So they might try and teach you something that would not work with your vehicle. And so going to a off-rodeo, they try and cater to what you have, what you are capable of, and really gear it towards you all in one day. Let's learn everything.
Yeah.
So it's more of an intensive, here's everything you need to know. And then as you're going on trails with more groups, you can pick it up and go, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. So instead of learning little by little throughout a year or so.
I've been to 6 of them. So I've been to, I think 2 half days and 4 full days, or maybe 3 and 3. But one of the things that I've learned a little bit of each of them, because even the one that Barb and I went to, the half day, they really hadn't gone over the left foot braking. And I think the more they do it, the more they start adding things over the years. So if you went to an early one, they're doing more now than they did back then. I don't think it's a facility versus, this one doing it versus that one. They're now all teaching left foot braking and such like that. But, and I think that's very important as they move forward with so many Broncos not having a rear locker in them, because it's no longer a standalone option. Right. But it is like your mom said, it's the confidence too. All right. It provides the
Yes.
confidence that I can do this, and they can lead you through that.
'Cause
Because
you're
I had been to an off rodeo before the Bronco came out, before any of the Broncos were delivered at a dealership. The dealers got to go to a Bronco off rodeo. So I got a chance to get in this. I said, I can't believe we're doing this. Like a Bronco Sport, we were taking them through this stuff. And they says, yeah. And then this afternoon we'll get in the Broncos and we'll do harder stuff. I'm like, you're going to do harder than this? Cause I was just like, I was blown away that the Bronco Sport could do some of the things that we did there. And then we went further, and she's right. You realize what the Bronco is capable of, right? The technology that's on these. And then you start learning, getting the confidence that I can do this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when I came back and added a rear locker to my order, because I'm like, I want to do some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we went to Wisconsin Supercell, and they did on some off-roading at somebody's, basically their farm, their area, their land, I was pretty confident and knew to follow the trail guides. But your mom hadn't been through it.
right.
She was a little nervous, but I felt confident. So then that's when I'm like, okay, we need to go to an off rodeo so that you can see, I learn what I learned,
Yeah.
and also give me a refresh. And that's where
Yeah.
she did. And now it's like she's behind the wheel all the time, because it does give you that confidence and teach you that.
Well,
So
like-
it's very important, I think, for if you get a
Yeah.
purchase one, to go.
Like I said,
Just do it.
that first year when I learned to off road, we had Brian and Melissa.
Yeah.
So I basically got
You-
an off
yes.
rodeo, but I have been to an off rodeo as well. And I was already pretty confident at that point, but there were some things I didn't know that I was a bit nervous with, but I was like, yeah, I got this.
Yes, and that's the other thing, and that's why I like to see. I really enjoyed early on. I've talked to some people about this. I won't name any names, but because in case they didn't want me to say anything, but we've talked about Bronco Nation and some of the these early events to Supercell. Bronco Nation was there. Bronco Off Rodeo was there. So some of them where they went to that one place where it was an off-road park area, and they used the off rodeo guides. They brought them in to take groups through that at a very cheap price. And that was very important, because that got people to going, okay, this is just a little test. And when you go out with those groups, you start, in a sense, you're at off rodeo. You're
Yeah.
getting the same instruction. You're getting the same thing. When them going through with you, teaching you that goat dial and everything else, right? And going through that, you have that. So going to those events, because in Colorado, we did that all 3 days. We basically, when Brian and Melissa at that time, they were off rodeo trail guides, which they might still be. I don't know. I know they do a lot less of it now than they did, if they are. But we basically had off rodeo guides for 3 days taking us through these trails.
I went from never have gone off road in my life, not even, like, I did some ATV driving and that was it, to driving an off road trail in Colorado that they actually considered a little bit harder than they thought.
Mm-hmm. Especially on the backside.
It was on the backside.
Because you did the backside going down.
So
yeah.
it was a little harder than they expected for a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
But they made me confident in doing it.
And Jeff went, and we didn't pay for him to be a driver when he went to Moab. He just went as a passenger, but he retains everything so well that then we went out the next day, and he
drove for a
couple
lot
times.
of it.
Yeah. So we rotated the three of us through a couple times. And then also we went back to Colorado.
Yeah.
He drove Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's when I drove.
I went up the backside, and he went down. We went down the other section.
Yeah.
But it's gotten more difficult. It's like as more of that, some of that rocks, depending on when you go. But yeah, that's, I think, off-roading really helps you with that. And then getting with the clubs now. Now the clubs aren't gonna always, they're gonna assume sometimes, they might ask people, but a lot of them may assume that you have some knowledge of off-roading before in the past.
So I would be up front and go, I have never done this.
Hey,
please help.
Yeah. And that's a big thing. And that's when I did the drive at Supercell, one of my biggest things, I've heard stories of people going out on a group ride and then getting lost and then getting frustrated or getting longer than they thought it would. So when I was nervous leading that group, of people, because I wasn't nervous getting to the trail, but then I didn't lose my way back. I was more concerned on losing anybody.
Right.
Because which my failure on that was not getting the tail gunner to repeat back that they had made it.
Right.
So not having a confident tail gunner, which is really important, I think. What was great is Rob he was a mid gunner in a sense. So he did a great job of keeping the ones behind him along with this group.
Give me a radio, give me a Bronco. I'll be a tail gunner any day.
Because he's done a lot of he's done some drives. He led some drives. So that was nice having him in the middle, because then he was able to keep that group going. Because that is the biggest thing, is making sure that you do. And one of the things you learn at off-rodeo is always make sure you can see the vehicle behind you, that they saw where you turned before you turn. But then that also means the one in front of you shouldn't take off, because if they're doing the same thing, then everybody is keeping together.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
As for this, we have some members up in Colorado that are retired.
Oh yeah.
Later on in life, and all they do is go off-roading. In fact, they miss our Tuesday nights because they're typically coming off the trails about now.
And there's different levels of trails. So you don't have to go on a difficult trail. Yeah. Find the easy trails.
So
what's great is those easy trails, you get to places that you would be like, you get to the top and you're like, wow. I mean, you see views that you just don't see if you don't have an off-road vehicle and you go on some of those trails.
Now,
and they're not even difficult ones, like 10 Cup. About anybody not about anybody, but
you
with
would
a little
definitely
bit,
want a group to take.
Yes,
with you.
But you get up there and you get to see views that you just don't see anywhere else.
I felt confident in my off-road knowledge and following a trail after going with Brian and Melissa. The next year, I wanted to take my husband on 4 Mile, which is a pretty mild trail that's typically used for hiking and things, but you can take vehicles on it. So I wanted to take that because I saw it was a nice calm trail that was open that I would be able to take in a Ranger.
Yeah.
You can definitely, and one of the best things to do is either find a campground or like one of your outdoor stores and go in and talk to someone and go, what trails would you suggest, or do you have maps? Because a lot of your camp, the people running the campgrounds and running those outdoor stores are typically there because they themselves are doing outdoor stuff. They know the area and they can help you find good trails for you.
You know what else you can do? Is you can get a free membership to Onyx Off-Road right now. The premium, the top level one, the whatever it is, the ultimate, you get that for free right now. If you go to onyxmaps.com/Ford, you put in your VIN number and you get a free 1-year membership of Onyx Off-Road. And I use that a lot too, because it actually has the trails highlighted and you can click on it and you can navigate to it and use it as your GPS. And that we used it in Moab because we were on one we had never been on. And Brian told us some places and we kind of got a little, I was like, wait a minute, did he say turn this way or that? We kind of got lost a little bit, but Jeff was able to pull in and go, no, we need to keep going this way and that way. And it works great. So, and you can make it an offline map as well. So that way, even if you don't have signal, you're good because it'll still see your vehicle on the map, even if you use an offline map, which is pretty cool, you have to use that in Colorado.
Yeah.
So I used that in Colorado because there was a trail I went on that's not on the map, because even the roads, even if it's not a deemed a named trail, it'll still have the roads. So even if it's a gravel road or whatever that's not marked, it'll still be on there. So I was able to use it to know which way to turn to get up a different way than we'd gone before on a trail in Colorado. So yes, Onyx Off-Road. So
yeah.
All right.
It is 9:15. We haven't been this late in a while.
Yeah.
Good topic tonight.
We might need to talk more Bronco stuff in the future. I see that at some point we need to talk about Bronco Off-Road as its own live stream episode. I've done some videos on it, but I think we need to talk about that and visit that. We have some people in here that we haven't seen in here for a while. So it's good for you guys joined us. So appreciate that. So we might need to have a specific one on Bronco Off-Rodeo. Maybe. So anyway.
Maybe get some guests for that.
People that have gone.
Or trail guides.
Yeah.
Maybe a mix.
Yeah. right?
Or 2 episodes, one from the trail guide perspective and one from the customer perspective. We got options.
Anyway,
All right.
cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. But we'll head out now.
Yeah.
All right.
Ford enthusiasts, the first time they went off-roading, or not first time, but they went off-roading in Wisconsin, I heard that she got out of the vehicle. So
No, she was thinking about it.
she thought about getting out of the vehicle.
She didn't. No, we went to Moab. She got out when we went down Wipeout Hill. She's like, I'm not riding. I'm walking out of that. But yeah, no, that first one, it was muddy when we went in Wisconsin. And there's this one hill that if you didn't stop, you weren't going up. You weren't finished. You weren't going up. You had to keep on it. And so I felt good. I had the confidence. But yeah, there's
yeah, we could see if we can get them on.
Yeah. Amy is the ace, right? And then there's Hollywood, and then there's Big Al, and then there's the Hammer, right? Which is
maybe we
Mike.
just need to do a series of them and like see if we can get trail guides from each location.
So I am trying because we won that half day off rodeo from Colorado that Melissa gave us. And so I'm trying to see if I can exchange it for a bring your own Bronco from Moab. So I emailed them. I says, can I switch that? I haven't gotten a reply yet. So I might have to get somebody that knows somebody involved on that one. Anyway, but yeah. So. All right. Well, I think that's all we got there.
All righty.
Yes. But
let's go ahead and say
stuff.
good night.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you had a great night and stay positive.
Be kind to one another.
Be kind to yourself.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.